All right. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Millennials lead the way. We are back here with another update. Yeah, I kind of been putting this off a little too long. A lot of moving pieces going on lately, man. But this is the final push for the year, so a lot of my training's starting to wrap up. A lot of current events that's been going on in the world that you know, kind of, yeah. Either way, I've been putting this off too long, so I wanted to do this update before I kind of disappear for a little bit again. So this should be the third quarter for 2024, bro. This the update right before the election, bro. And I'm gonna do a video not about the election, but about something that I've been meaning to do a video about for quite some time now. I just been too lazy to do it. So we'll do that video after this one. But as you guys can see from my account, I don't know where I was at in the last update, but I'm at about 313,000 right now. So the dividends are coming in pretty hefty. Couple new things I kind of found out about the account. So the first one is, with these kind of investments, you're only allowed to put so much. I think it's like 10% of your total net worth. And by law, you're not really allowed to put any more in. Now, I kind of maxed out on this South African one. And because of that, the money gets paid out to you, right? It no longer gets reinvested into this this fund. Now, for the average Joe, there's a high chance you'll probably never get to a point where this will happen, right? If you can read between the lines, then I think you know what I'm talking about. But for me, right, I kind of maxed out. Not a big deal. I don't really see it happening again next year. So I think what I'm going to do is just let this money kind of build up here in the account. And on the first, I'm just going to take all this excess money and kind of throw it back into this fund, seeing that's where it came from. I mean, I could throw it into the other ones, but it came from here, so I'm going to kind of throw it in here. I guess the other question I had was, where is this money kind of sitting? What would be nice is if this money was in like an interest account where it was kind of gaining interest. That would be real nice. I don't know if it is, but it'd be kind of nice, right? While it's just like hanging out there. Another thing I found out is when your money is paid out to you, it takes like 3 or 4 days for the money to get into the wallet, from what I understand. And then if you wanted to actually withdraw the money, it's another 2 days. So we're looking at a week total. So like a week from when the dividends are kind of paid out that you can access this money. So that's something you got to keep in mind when you're trying to kind of time your dividends. So from the time it's paid out, a week later, give or take. So, I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know. I thought it was like a instant payout, but when you think about it, how these investments are set up, you own shares in the LLC, and then that money is paid to that money. So the money gets generated from the projects, They pay all the expenses, all the taxes, all the fees. They send the remaining cash to the LLC, which you own shares in, and then it's paid out to you. So the LLC is paying you. So I guess that does make sense why there's, you know, a bit of a delay or a bit of a wait. So, but yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Either way, you guys can kind of see. I don't think did I add anything extra? I don't think I added anything extra, man, since my last last 3 months. Yeah, I didn't add anything extra, man. Other than you can kind of see what happens when money gets deposited or distributed. It kind of separates. So, but yeah, you can kind of see the growth from last month, 306, and I'm not really putting anything in this account right now. I got some more cash, but I'm using that for something right now. So I was gonna throw more in here. They had a pretty unique opportunity, but I kind of want to use this cash for something else important. So I got some funds elsewhere that I'm probably gonna start using next year, but for now, there's something that I need to work on. As far as with the actual page, I don't think anything is updated. Looks the same pretty much. Maybe it's a little more crispy. I can't fully tell. Maybe if I looked at my older videos. But yeah, man, I'm always interested to see what new features come out on the website. I'm still kind of hoping they get like a separate tab that kind of shows all the projects that you're in versus having to go like to each tab to see. So as far as for the individual companies, man, dude, this Solar Brazil, bro, y'all putting money into this thing, man. Y'all been like piling up in that. It almost makes me wonder, man, like where I would be had I just put all 300 grand into this one. But again, how the laws work, that would take 3 years for me to do. So, and it would probably take even longer for me to kind of withdraw all that money. So, that's why, I don't know if that would have been like a smart move to kind of put all my money into this one fund, even though it's kind of pumping out some pretty good returns. It just in order for you to put 300 grand into one fund, you would have to be an accredited investor, and I'm not a accredited investor. So yeah, for now, this is kind of how I'm doing it. I plan on sticking around for 3 years just to see how this kind of does, and then kind of make a decision from there. But so far, man, I like them, man. What else did I want to talk about on here? Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, actually, I don't know if I ever showed this to you guys to kind of see what's getting paid out each month with these guys. So even when you look at this, like $12,000, that's only a year's worth of dividends, right? That's not, not even a year's worth, because I didn't put that lump sum in until like almost the end of last year. And then I didn't put that other piece in until almost the halfway through this year. So, I think next year is going to be my first year with like this lump sum in there, and we'll kind of see how this pays out. But you guys can kind of see what's getting paid out monthly right now. So it's a good amount, man. It's a good amount. Let's go into each of these portfolios and kind of see what's been cooking, man. All this stuff is public, so anybody can go in and kind of see all this stuff. I think none of this stuff is kind of hidden. They've been pumping out a lot of projects in this one lately. They even got like another set of mini projects they're gonna have coming out. I kind of see them maybe collapsing these into like one tab, and then you just press it, and then all of them kind of just pop up to save space, maybe. Um, you got the heavy hitters down here at the bottom. So I'm kind of interested to see what this one looks like. Let's go to the U.S. fund, bro. The U.S. fund, man. What the hell happened here, bro? Oh no! All right, here we go. All right. U.S. fund, bro. A lot of I think there's a lot of due diligence going on in this fund. I think there's some good stuff on the way. I think these guys are just making sure the right deal is made for the investors, right? So, I rather, bro. At the end of the day, man, I'd rather these guys make the right deal than to rush into some shit and like, we just end up in a shittier place. So, I ain't in no rush. It's still pumping out some cash. It's still heavy on the dividend side, not necessarily the appreciation side, but the dividend side definitely. So, I'm kind of interested to see what this main one's gonna be. So, I mean, what's going on here? Yeah, again, man, I like how they, just put out what's been happening for the month, kind of give an explanation behind what the dividends are doing. Last but not least, the South African fund. You guys know, just this year, I decided to kind of even all these out and put another 100 grand into the South African fund. A lot of potential in this fund, man. The election's over, so things are starting to stabilize again, and there's a lot of they've just been pumping out projects here. So they got a lot more projects coming for this. I'm interested to see, man, when some heavy hitters are gonna start popping up into this fund. So, another question I've had about this type of investment as well, and it's something I've kind of seen with Fundrise, where like in the beginning, when you were like one of the first few individuals, you made a lot of money. But as more and more people started to come in, right, they started to kind of decrease, right? And, if you look at your ownership, your equity ownership, if more and more people come in and this number kind of decreases, does that mean you make less as more people come in? Or does that mean you make more? Right? Because as this fund gets larger, you own less and less of the pie. So I'm just kind of interested on how that works. I don't think I fully understand that piece, but we'll find out, man. I kind of experienced it through Fundrise and got a good feel on what that looked like. So we'll see what happens here in Energea, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated throughout that journey. But trying to see what else, man, I can hit up on this. Oh, hey, man, I think, one of y'all kind of signed up using my referral. That was a surprise. I didn't think you guys, was rocking with the environment like that, my boy. But that's kind of good. That's kind of cool, man. I don't know if you want me to say your name on here, but you know who you are, bro. Shout out, man. Shout out to you, bro. And hopefully you serious about your investments, man. That's one thing I try to be serious about, man, is just my investments, man. Like I'm trying to move forward, bro. And I'm probably gonna talk about this on a separate video, but you need capital, man. You need capital to make anything happen. And I'm not mad about that. I think it's realistic. I spend a lot of my days when I get some free time thinking about how can I double what I have. And I found myself thinking, don't get me wrong, I like Energea. I'm glad my money's here. I'm actually doing something good. This money is like going to something good. And I have to remind myself of that before I start to think about greedy thoughts. And what I mean by greedy thoughts is, I take this 300 grand and I throw it in the Tesla, right? Even if you were to look back in 2023 of October, had I thrown that money in there, where would it be today, right? So I'm always thinking about stuff like that, man. I'm always trying to think, you know, if I want to make a change, I need more capital. How else can I get more capital? You know, so that's just some of the thoughts I get, man. Some of the sidebar thoughts I have, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with my other side money. I'm trying to find things, and I'm using technology, man, and it's so far it's working, right? I'm not gonna say what I'm doing. Obviously, it's legal, right? But I don't want to put it on the internet because I'm well aware. While I don't know exactly who watches me on YouTube, what I am confident is the right people watch me on YouTube, which means, depending on what I say and what I do, it can potentially make its way to a much larger audience, not by me, but by your favorite YouTuber. And that could hinder me in some ways, right? I don't see that helping me when a bunch of people catch on to something. So, but I think that's about it, man. I think that's all I had for this update. I think this is like just a quick update, man. Just to kind of follow up to how the portfolio is doing. I look forward to their next quarterly update. I always try to tune into those. I always miss them, man. Like I always miss them. But I always look at the replay. So that's not a big deal. That's awesome. They provide that option to look at the replay. So, but I think I've gone on enough about this, man. I think I might do some updates with a different company I started using. Kind of give you guys a sneak peek into that. And yeah, I think that's about it, man. All right, man. Stay focused. Stay motivated. Don't be listening to a bunch of these. Oh, hey, hold up. It's the last thing I'm going to talk about. I know I was supposed to get out of here, but it's the last thing I'm going to talk about. There's been an increasing amount of fucking quitters popping up on YouTube. These are men and women banding together on YouTube, crying about life, crying about their job, crying about the government, crying about fucking hurricanes, brother. Just negative people, man. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, bro. And I've said this before, man. Do not enter into anyone else's hell. Let them suffer alone. Suffer alone and suffer in silence, right? If you enter their hell, all of a sudden, their fuckery becomes your problem. All of a sudden, you start feeling ungrateful. Now, all of a sudden, you got a problem with your job. You got a problem with society when, in fact, you don't. Right? You can look back. If you've been a subscriber of mine, dude, I've said this back in 2018, bro. about how Americans are extremely lazy. You're overweight. You taking all types of head meds, right? And the worst part about it, you're ungrateful, right? Between those three variables, last but not least, AI, bro. You guys are Americans. If you were born here, you're doomed. You're done, right? The new Americans are coming in by the droves. They getting a starter pack, right? They getting that starter pack. They getting that credit card. Some of them are getting cars. They getting whole goddamn apartments. I seen some of them. I see them moving some of them in to my neighborhood. I ain't got no problem with them, bro. Right? The only people that got problem with the new Americans are those of you that don't necessarily provide a purpose, right? You don't contribute to your neighborhood, to your state, to your country, or to the fucking world. The only thing you do is sleep, shit, eat fast food, and complain. Right? Rinse and repeat. And I think the world is finally starting to decide that that can no longer be allowed. So yeah, I would feel uncomfortable as well if immigrants came in and they started getting the bare minimum. They're not even getting a lot. They're just getting the bare minimum. Right? Yeah, I would feel uncomfortable about that as well. So, that's my little spice that I, put in at the end of every video, man. I got to put some spice on this, man. All y'all, some of y'all like that bland food, right? I got to put some spice on the top of this, man. So, hey, I think that's it, man. All right. So you guys take care, bro. Right? Don't be watching negative YouTubers. Don't be watching these fucking dudes profit off of negativity. A lot of them are low key undercover, and not like I'm not talking about no homosexual. I'm talking about like probably agents. And just live your life, man. Right? Turn the TV off, walk outside, and deal with things right in front of you. So that's all I got, man. Millennials, lead the way.